Today, I'm going to share with you about 5 homeschool supplies that you probably never knew you needed. Okay, maybe needed is not the right word, but 5 homeschool supplies that can be really helpful in your homeschool that may not already be on your list, and maybe something that would be a good addition for you in your home. So let's get started. The first might surprise you a little bit, and for some, maybe unnecessary. But one of the tools that has been incredibly helpful for me in my homeschool has been my amplification mic. Now, this is a simple mic that I got on Amazon, not very expensive whatsoever, but it helps to amplify my voice when I'm doing read-alouds with my kids, when I'm reading history, science, just general books that I'm reading with them, when I'm doing devotionals with them. My voice gets very strained very easily as a homeschool mom to 6 kids. There's a lot of talking that is involved in that, not to mention making YouTube videos here on YouTube, and it can be hard as I try to speak up so that everyone can hear me. So having this amplification system has helped a lot to reduce the stress on my voice so I'm not losing my voice by the end of the school day. It has also been hugely helpful to my kiddos with ADHD, auditory processing, and my kids who are hearing impaired. Because of all 3 of these things, there can be miscommunications or misunderstandings, either because their mind is bouncing other places or they might mishear something. Having that extra amplification is hugely helpful. So you probably have heard about Ticonderoga pencils. In my opinion, the best pencils on the planet. But do you know about the My First pencils from Ticonderoga? These pencils are in a triangular shape and are a little bit larger to help your early learners be able to hold their pencil properly. It fits better in small kiddos' hands, and they even have them in smaller versions if you want the pencil to be a little bit shorter for an easier grip. These are extra ergonomic as well, so for my kiddos who have things like arthritis or struggles, maybe kind of cramping up in their hands that can happen more easily, even some of my older ones will use these My First pencils because they help them to fit better and to not put so much strain on their hands. Clipboards are another thing that might be highly underrated. Of course, you've probably heard of clipboards before and probably have a couple around your house, but some of the clipboards we love to use the most is the clipboards with storage. You can get these at Walmart, Amazon, Office Depot. Shop around for the best deal because there can be a wide range in price points, and it's important to find one that fits you and your family's budget. It doesn't have to be super fancy, but for us personally, finding a clipboard that has the open and go space to be able to hold a pencil and some papers is hugely helpful. This allows us to be able to take homeschooling on the go, to be able to take it to doctor's appointments, or if you have sports or extracurricular activities, you can easily take worksheets or workbooks with you. It also can be really helpful for your kiddos if you like to do school maybe in non-traditional spaces. Maybe you're not sitting at a table and you're sitting instead out in the grass, or you're sitting on your couch. This gives them a hard surface to be able to write with, but is still very, very portable and doesn't take up much space at all. For our kids, we color code these, so each kid has their own and it matches their color. So I know exactly which kid has each clipboard. So it's just another little tip or trick to help you keep things sorted and organized. Our 4th supply that you may not think about is Fidget-friendly seating arrangements. Now for this, there's a wide variety of options. For our family, we find that the rubber bands that go around the bottom of your chair legs are hugely helpful. My kids can kick and bounce off of these without being too horribly distracting, but giving them some kinesthetic movement within their day, which helps the information they're learning to stick better. We also have things like wiggle seats that they use. It's just a small inflated cushion, or you could just use a pillow, a throw pillow that you have around your house, and set it on top of a chair. Again, it allows them a little bit of movement there without being horribly distracting. You can utilize things like bouncy balls, the exercise balls, and have them sit in those instead of chairs. However, in my experience, that oftentimes leads to maybe a lot more chaos than you intended. So I typically, if I go that route, will typically stick with the ball to only be used when only one child is in the room at a time and I'm directly working with that child. Or maybe we're working on like a physical therapy exercise or something like that. I will say another fun seating option can be beanbag chairs, as again, they offer a little bit of difference in movement, and having separate individual spaces that your child can move from space to space can help them be able to focus better. Our 5th homeschool supply is visual timers. Again, lots of options out there, from small visual timers to large visual timers to timer apps, but visual timers are hugely helpful in your homeschool. They can help you set appropriate boundaries for your kids. They can help them to avoid maybe kind of getting frustrated with their school because they feel like it's going to go on forever. By setting a timer and saying, hey, we're only going to work on this for 10 or 15 minutes, whatever it might be, they're able to easily see when the task will be completed. It's perfect for little kids who can't tell time quite yet, for older kids who just want the ease of that, and being able to kind of get used to understanding how much time actually is represented on the clock. If you want to learn more about how to use visual timers in your homeschool, be sure to check out this video here. One bonus supply that you may not even think about, right? Having continuing education for your family, being able to be involved, interact with other homeschool parents, learn from them, and have resources at your fingertips like printables and videos and articles and more. If that sounds like something you're interested in, that is my community, Made to Homeschool. Myself and several other creators and homeschooling moms have created a space just for you. And best yet, we are actually going to be hosting our first ever online homeschool conference. So regardless of where you live, where you're at right now in your homeschool, whether you're just starting out or just finishing up or somewhere in between, this homeschool conference is for you. We've got an amazing lineup of speakers, and if you want more information, I'm going to leave it down in the links below.